of these guns is more dangerous than the other? Well, hey, at least it's not an AR-15. As a matter of fact, it is. It's a hack somebody came up with to get rid of all of the problems with the AR-15 and its ugly, clunky design. And they ended up improving the AR-15 because of a gun ban on basically the AR-15. Well, it's against assault weapons. No, it's an AR-15 ban, and everybody knows it. They want to get rid of guns that look military. So you end up with this gun. It has some characteristics people consider military because they don't know what it is. They know that if you look at military weapons, it includes a lot of the features that you see on the AR-15, and they call it an assault weapon because using the word assault rifle would require that you actually use its definition, which includes automatic firing, not just automatic loading. It's not semi-auto, it's auto firing or auto loading. If it's auto firing, it has to be auto loading. Stop using semi. : blow. So anyway, what are the features on this gun that have been changed? Well, the grip and buttstock are fixed in a position that matches older rifles. Basically, people don't like non-traditional rifles. It's almost like everybody in California is a gun conservative. So anyway, what did they do? They literally just made it look like that. And suddenly, the ban on virtually every other feature on it went away. So here we go. 223 ammunition, 30-round magazine, semi-automatic. You have to register it or no mag if it's an AR-15. It's a ban on AR-15, but that's because it has AR-15 features, and it's called an assault weapon. The Ruger Mini 14 is a non-scary hunting rifle, so you can use a 30-round magazine, so you make a featureless gun. The problem is, I lied to you. The Mini 14 is a military weapon, and it's an assault rifle. It actually has the definition rifle in it, the word rifle, not weapon, which is a bullshit way of getting around the fact that it's not an assault anything. It's the same fucking gun. You just put scary features on it. You can make a stealth AR-15 that's California compliant. You dress it up like a Barbie doll to look like another gun. All you have to do to obey the law is remove certain features. But when you do that, politicians and assholes say you're doing a workaround or loophole weapon. No. If you follow the laws and then people complain that it didn't have the effect they literally really wanted, which was to ban you having something, they call it a loophole. Making it illegal for me to copy Windows 95 back when it was actually something someone could ban meant that I found a workaround where I wasn't copying it. I was backing up a copy of it, but I was not illegally copying it. It just happened to be a fully working copy on the other person's hard drive. I made it to where the computer automatically duplicated the operating system to the second hard drive. And then when, not if, the main hard drive died, they just swapped the drives around and erased the original. They had a backup that was less than a day old, and it worked better. And we got sued for it. My company that I worked for and at one time ran became part of the reason you're allowed to get away with copying shit. Say thank you. Adjustable stock is also called a folding or telescoping stock, but it's just adjustable for position. You can get guns, skeet shooting guns, that have every part on the gun adjustable and they still fire. Are they assault weapons? The pistol grip thumb stock thing was to make it more comfortable to fire. No. We must make it painful to fire a gun. Magazines that hold more than 10 rounds, or making them mounted into it. Okay? Forward grip on it. The reason for the grip position, if you're not aware of it, is they found out if you fire a gun and you put grips that are at that angle, at right angles to it, it's easier to keep it on target so you can fire the next shot. So that could potentially make it more deadly, I guess. A flash suppressor hides the flash, but everybody noticed that, in the case of the Las Vegas shooting, it wasn't a flash suppressor. He had a muzzle brake on. It did the same thing, but muzzle brakes are acceptable as long as you don't mention that it'll also happen to fire, prevent the flash. I pointed out in a video that muzzle brakes are even better at being flash suppressors. So, okay, we'll get rid of the flash suppressor. And you get a better flash suppression? Fixed stock, not collapsible, is perfectly legal. Fin-like sheet to keep you from being able to put your fingers around the handle, so you have to operate like a normal gun. You can only use fixed magazines, so they came up with a way of dismantling the gun faster, so now you can get an AR-15 kit that makes it faster to do maintenance on and cleaning, and all you did was add a feature to the damn gun. As for the limit on 10 rounds, people just made it to where they could feed the bullets in through a hopper on the top where it normally ejects by altering a couple of spring positions. Featureless stealth AR-15s exist because California and New York compliance requirements said detachable high-capacity magazines can be used if only you remove every other feature they think is scary. Now remember, you can just buy a different gun and put more magazines on it. They just wanted to ban the AR-15. They wanted to get rid of the bullet button or anything else that would make it to where you could change the magazine out. So people just made it to where it was takedown mode, which is an extremely simple change, by the way. They wanted to get rid of the pistol grip, so people put traditional shotgun pistol grip stocks together because they had more room and jammed the gun into it. Or invented an entire replacement grip stock and everything else that replaced the pistol grip and the collapsing stock. Instead of making it tool adjustable or anything, they just put a new bolt carrier in and remade and reinvented the AR-15 to be even lighter and easier to shoot now. The flash suppressor was replaced with a muzzle brake that does both functions as long as you don't mention flash. The initial testing of the M14 semi-automatic, the semi-grip hunting or traditional buttstock, since it was further back, it acted as a rotating axis closer to the person who's shooting, causing the gun to rotate and resulting in large amounts of recoil and accuracy issues when fired in full automatic. Putting a pistol grip on the rifle was for more stability in auto fire mode. It also helped for single shots, so it's beneficial to ordinary users. And putting another grip further up allowed the person to hold it even tighter so that they could keep the damn gun from moving. I should also point out that I used shooting sticks at one time that I made cross over the top, holding the gun barrel still so I didn't have to have any of this shit. And is that illegal? You're going to outlaw walking sticks with a piece of rope between them. Due to the recoil spring buffer tube position on the AR-15 version and its variants and the military version, it allowed they had to move everything around, and this allowed them to put the controls for the safety switch, lever, magazine, release, etc. closer to the hand that's gripping it. So you could fire it and manipulate it all without having to look at anything or memorize anything. They were right there where you needed them. The pistol grip made it less difficult to use. Most now have also a stock that threads into the receiver, making it to where you can just take it apart and make it concealable and put it back. Traditionally shaped semi-grip hunting and traditional buttstock military or hunting rifles in the same caliber with a similar action fired just as fast with the same number of cartridges and would be legal under assault weapons ban as long as they aren't full auto mode in the first place, but the only difference is a wood body and buttstock with no pistol grip. To make rifles less dangerous to the public, make it easier to fire accurately so you hit what you're aiming at and less likely to hit something accidentally. That is an AR-15 made as compliant as possible, and it doesn't look all military assault-like. I would rip off literally every feature on it, start from the beginning like they did, and just come up with a new gun. Oh, wait a minute, we don't have to. Because the Ruger Mini 14 exists. And there's nothing you can do about it. It does exactly, I mean, literally, everything about it's the same way of working. It's actually just a better gun, in my opinion. But it's not totally exactly the same. It is literally an assault rifle, not an assault weapon with your bullshit term. It's literally, there's a variant of it with different internals. And it's an assault rifle, an actual machine gun. But it's legal because the civilian version isn't firing bullets automatically. We have a ban on full auto weapons, but you can get around it by paying $200 and just registering the gun. California is making the equivalent rule for non-automatic weapons because they look scary. Also, if anybody's curious, that's not actually an AR-15. It's a paintball gun. Just saying. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that.